Let me tell you a story that sounds unbelievable, yet it changed a man's life forever. A story that shows what happens when you run from your purpose and how far God will go to bring you back. It begins with a man named Jonah. Not a hero, not a warrior, just a regular man with fears, frustrations, and a heart that didn't always say yes to what God wanted. One day, God gave Jonah a mission. Go to the great city of Nineveh. Warn them. Tell them to turn from their evil. But Jonah didn't want to go. Nineveh was the last place he wanted to step foot in, a dangerous city, filled with people Jonah believed didn't deserve mercy. So instead of obeying, Jonah ran. He packed his things, kept his head low, and found a ship headed in the opposite direction. Far away from the command God had given him. Far away from responsibility. Far away from anything that scared him. And maybe you know that feeling too. Running from something you're meant to face. Avoiding the thing you know you should do. Trying to escape the voice telling you to step up, to grow, to change. Jonah thought distance would solve everything. But God didn't let him slip away that easily. As the ship sailed, waves grew into mountains of water. The boat cracked and groaned like it was about to tear in half. The sailors panicked. They threw cargo overboard. They cried out to their gods. But nothing worked. Jonah knew the truth. The storm wasn't random. It was meant for him. With a heavy heart, Jonah said, "This is my fault. Throw me into the sea, and the storm will stop." The men didn't want to, but the waves gave them no choice. They lifted him and tossed him into the raging water. In an instant, the sea became calm. But Jonah's journey was far from over. His feet kicked wildly as he sank deeper and deeper. Water flooded his nose. Darkness wrapped around him like a blanket. Then a shadow, huge, silent, moving toward him. Before Jonah could even scream, everything went black. He had been swallowed by a massive whale. But here is the twist. Being swallowed wasn't the end of Jonah's story. It was the beginning of his transformation. Inside that whale, in the suffocating darkness, stomach acids burning his skin, water dripping from every direction, Jonah faced himself for the first time. No noise, no escape, no excuses, just him and God. For 3 days, Jonah sat in that living prison. 3 days to rethink his choices. 3 days to face his pride. 3 days to understand that running never leads to freedom, only deeper into darkness. Finally, Jonah surrendered. He prayed, honestly, humbly, desperately. And God heard him. The whale rose toward the surface, and with one giant heave, it spit Jonah out onto dry land, gasping, bruised, alive, changed. This time, when God said, "Go to Nineveh," Jonah said yes. And when he arrived dusty, shaken, smelling like the inside of a sea creature, he delivered the warning God told him to speak. Shockingly, the people listened. They cried out to God. They changed their ways. And God spared the city. A whole nation was saved. Because one man finally stopped running. Message for today. Jonah's story isn't really about a whale. It's about what happens when you avoid the path you're meant to walk. It's about how far you can drift, and how far God will reach to bring you back. Sometimes the hardest places in life, the pits, the storms, the dark moments, are the very places where we finally wake up. Jonah thought the whale was the end, but it was actually where his real purpose began. If this story resonated with you, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, Mrs. Evelyn Sampson TV, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next story. We encourage you to share your thoughts and your own stories of patience and faith in the comment section below. Please let us know what next video you want to see here. Thank you for watching, and until next time, keep engaging.